We'll move on because the next one we've got here is an interesting one. And I really enjoyed the quote that you accompanied this in your notes today, talking about how you pick out good stocks that have effectively a monopoly. I don't want to steal your thunder too much, but ASX is one that you're looking at. Again, go through that there and just the investment rationale and the trading rationale for this stock.
Yeah, so again, this is one of those big themes in the market, Kyle. I think a lot of people, ourselves included here at Markets Day, have been talking about looking for stocks that have monopolies or near monopolies, and they have pricing power, because pricing power is generally what will carry you through a high inflation period. If you can pass on those rising costs to your end customer, well, then essentially you don't experience the same margin compression as those companies that can't pass on those higher costs. So we look at ASX. It's not quite a monopoly. CBOE, formerly Chi-X, is a competitor, but it's pretty darn close, let me tell you. They have an almost 80% market share of publicly traded Australian financial products, and they also have that pricing power. So I wouldn't accuse the ASX of price gouging, but they can essentially charge whatever they like. And if you want to play at either an institutional level or a retail level, you have to pay the price that they are asking. The only thing these guys can't control is how much people want to trade, how much they want to be in the market. And we do need to be a little bit careful here because obviously we're ex-pandemic, and during the pandemic we saw a lot of people staying at home, trading, playing the market. We saw the rise of names like Superhero, Self-Wealth, and Stake. And some of those companies, just singling in on Self-Wealth, I don't want to say anything bad about the company, but they had a share price high of around 80 cents in February 2021. And they're now trading around 15 cents. So obviously the volumes have fallen off. The ASX also similarly has had a pullback from the highs. They were about 95 bucks at one point and recently pulled back towards a low of 70, but they've bounced up to 78. So I personally think that the current volatility will ensure volumes remain solid. People may be forced to sell, and there'll always be people out there looking for bargains. And the only real risk, I think, is if people leave the market altogether. So given that the ASX has that near monopoly position, they have pricing power. I think the recent weakness in the bounce presents a potential buying opportunity for anyone who's got that longer term time frame. So, yeah, it's just one of those ones that if you think a little bit laterally, it does fall into that monopoly or near monopoly position that a lot of investors have been talking about of late.